When evaluating the quality of a spline, two important measurements come into play: the minimum actual tooth thickness and the maximum effective tooth thickness. But what do these terms mean, and how are they measured? When I was first involved in the gear industry many years ago, I did not initially understand this. The minimum actual tooth thickness is the smallest physical thickness of a spline tooth measured directly at the pitch diameter. This value represents the true as manufactured size of the tooth without considering any deviations or errors in the tooth profile. To evaluate if the minimum actual tooth thickness is within tolerance, no-go spline gauge is typically used. On the other hand, the maximum effective tooth thickness takes into account not just the physical size, but also the effects of profile errors, pitch errors, and other deviations. It represents the largest tooth thickness that would still allow a mating part to fit properly, considering all these factors.
To evaluate the maximum effective tooth thickness, a spline ring gauge is used.
This gauge checks whether the spline will function correctly in assembly, accounting for both size and form errors. In summary, the minimum actual tooth thickness is evaluated with a no-go spline gauge, which has two teeth 180 degrees apart. If the no-go goes on, the tooth thickness is too small. The maximum effective tooth thickness is checked with a composite spline ring gauge and ensures the spline will work in practice, even with minor imperfections. If the go gauge goes on the spline for the full face width, the part will assemble. Understanding both measurements is essential for ensuring reliable spline performance in any mechanical system. For more Nidec Gear Tech Minutes and gear manufacturing insights, subscribe to our channel.